5 minutes ago. The new single, You're Mine, Eternal, is available on iTunes, and Mariah Carey is here to celebrate. Hello, Mariah.
Hello. Hey, I missed you guys.
And you're not a morning person, and you got up early.
Hey.
Anything
I'm here
for music, right?
Anything for music, and I haven't seen you guys in a while.
And you brought gifts. I mean, Godiva's in the house.
Godiva, darling, yeah.
Tell me the connection between Godiva chocolate and You're Mine. I have a funny feeling you're going to go down the Valentine's Day road, but go ahead.
Well, I mean, why would you think that? Just because I'm queen of festivities?
Yes, it makes perfect sense with Friday coming up. Oh, by the way,
Candies.
Cindy's birthday is Valentine's Day, too.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
And my mom's is the day after. She's Feb 15th. So, like, we always
birthday.
made a big deal out of Valentine's Day. And this song, it's just kind of like, I don't know, one of those things like you think a vision of love would give you, very Valentine's Day, my all, we belong together. Those types of things where even touch my body depending on the mood, darling.
Yeah.
And so this is just one of those
That's the
things
after party
where
for Valentine's.
there we go.
well, but people play these songs so they're always telling me like this is my wedding song, this is our song we made on Valentine's Day, and I'm all about Christmas as we know, and always will be. And yet Valentine's Day, like when I was pregnant, I was like one of the first people that was constantly on Twitter. So, but that's before there were whatever. It was me and the Lamely, #Lamely, yay Lamely, and we were discussing the fact that I kept my Christmas ornaments up until Valentine's Day, at which point I made the Valentine's basket and an array of beautiful candy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I brought this here today for you, Mariah Carey, You're Mine, Eternal. So we wanted to just make it like a modern sounding record, yet ballad, and hopefully people will feel that there is a connection to Valentine's Day, but that's like sort of just for the nostalgia.
Right.
Hopefully it's more eternal.
Well, the timing worked out. You know,
Seriously.
it is Love Week officially. You know, all week. So yeah. And how long has this song been in the works? You're Mine.
Honestly, this is the one of the first songs I wrote for this album. So it was always one of my favorites, but it evolved. And then there's the remix with Trey Songz, which is now, I think, steadily becoming my favorite version. Yeah, really, like, just happened to be.
The inspiration behind Your Mine, is it Nick? Is it them babies? Who is it?
There's not always one inspiration behind it. Honestly, I wrote the song with Rodney Jerkins. We got together and we were both on the same pages in terms of just musically. And yeah, so we just decided, let's go with what we're feeling. And it's just this very simplistic melody. Speaking of them babies, they are 2.5 and they sing this song already.
Wow.
So I'm like, hey, take the test. 2 years old, they know. You know what I mean? So it's simplistic, and I tried to keep it so people could, a lot of times people get a little bit, there's too much singing. With me, it's like you don't know what they want. It's like, oh, why isn't she singing from top to bottom, a trillion high notes everywhere? And then when you do that, they can't follow it. So then they can, but it's too much. I don't know. And so I'm like, you know what? This was my gut instinct to write from this place where it was like a very simplistic track, yet the track could also be a record that was if you muted the vocals, it's like a rapper could be on top of it. You know what I mean? So, but people don't dissect records that way. Only I do as a writer, producer, performer, and artist.
Now, how has motherhood changed you and just how you think about things and writing music and all that?
Honestly, it's changed me in so many ways. I would say the main thing would be when I go home, it's first things like, what are they doing?
Right.
Where are
It's your
the
world.
babies? Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. It becomes an entirely different thing, and I have to continue to explain to people, like, no, I can't just go home and then be somewhere, wherever. I have to figure out what's happening. What have they eaten? What's going on? And then the whole nanny situation, it's like, I really would rather not have a nanny at all. But there's 2 babies. And I am still recovering from a dislocated shoulder, fractured rib, fractured shoulder, nerve injury, and atrophy.
Yeah.
Which means lack of muscle in the hand. I've learned so much about this from like the Eastern doctors, Western.
How did it affect your video at all? The shoulder?
Yeah, it affected everything. That's why I had to push everything back. This would have been happening earlier on, but this was a serious injury. I didn't make a big deal out of it, and now I feel okay to talk about it. But initially, I thought it was going to be a thing where I may not regain my arm.
What exactly happened to you that caused that issue?
I was filming a video. Everything was fine. Nothing. I mean, look, we've seen, I don't know if we want to go down memory lane, but I have jumped out of windows into pools, swum with high heels.
Sure.
Like, there's no shortage of me as, like, beating
Daredevil.
myself. Daredevil.
Yeah.
Like, the Heartbreaker video fighting with my nemesis.
Every
and
video was like Fear Factor for you. Like,
yeah, and I never ever thought like, oh, I could get hurt here. And everybody else was like, like, you know, I'd be climbing up on helicopters and sitting on people's laps, and you know, none of it mattered. None of it, you know, it was really okay. Yet now I was on this on top of like I don't know, I guess it was a bar kind of thing, and I was just swirling around and everything, and then suddenly and Nick was directing.
Uh-oh.
And the shot became different when there was someone else in the foreground. But I've been swirling around like for, I don't know, a half an hour, and I do my takes at double speed, so most people perform the record. It's hard to explain. Technical. So 48 frames is what I was working at, and it was like, you know, double time. And someone else steps into the shot, and I just moved slightly forward, like not even like, it wasn't even like I swirled or did something out of order, just slightly moved forward, but my help me out, darling. What's the word? Like the frame of reference for how far away they were from the camera.
like your peripheral vision or judgment or...
Well,
Depth
I
of-
won't
I feel
say
like we're on
judgment, 'cause
Password
that's like
or $50,000 pyramid.
Yes, come on. What's the word? What's the word? Bill? You know it.
Depth of
Come on,
perception?
yeah.
Perception?
Yes, because they're here, and then you're like the camera's here, so it was just one line, and
Right.
it seemed like natural to me to move forward ever so slightly. But because everyone was like, "Oh, stay like this," I was on this side on my arm. They're like, "That looks great." Stay, the most unnatural pose ever, and you're posing, and you're like, you know.
Yeah.
Because it looks good, but it's totally unnatural. And when I was watching the footage, I'm like, my arm was already fatigued. It's like doing a workout. People don't realize.
Right.
You see these people, and you see like photos that look really good, models or whoever, and they're contorted, and that's why they look good, because it's not natural to be that way. So I'm in this contorted thing, and I'm like losing the strength that I wasn't even thinking about it, but I just moved forward, and I fell because I had on a skin tight dress and high heels, and you know, my arm just slipped slightly on this. It was like this surface. It was a little bit slippery. And if Nick hadn't grabbed this part of my head or neck, it could have been a wrap.
Could have been
for me.
worse, yeah.
Yeah, so I rushed to the hospital. At first, I didn't know. I was like, what's the matter? Nick he's like, your shoulder. And I guess it was like sticking at the bones.
Oh,
it wasn't
like a
sticking
football
out like you could
injury,
see
yeah.
it. But
Oh my
yeah,
God.
that's what they said. It was equivalent to or worse than a football injury. It was like being hit by a car. That's how they measure those injuries. So these doctors...
Who's being sued here?
Nobody. I mean, it was our production. I mean, it was Nick. What am I
Nick.
gonna do?
Blame it on Nick.
Suing you, dude.
So I guess
Clearly,
if
no
people
one-
see you on TV or doing any kind of public appearances in the next few months, you're still dealing with
No,
that
the
shoulder.
next day I did the Hurricane Sandy relief. Yeah, and I was bruised all over the place, but I had already made a commitment, and it was
Yeah.
for I believe it was National Baseball. This is an actual name. Let me not say it wrong. But it was the Joe Torre's charity benefit, and then it was also for the victims of Hurricane Sandy. And I was like, and it was with the New York Philharmonic Orchestra, and it was an honor for me to be performing with them anyway. So I was like, I can't not do it. But if ever. I mean, they pushed my shoulder was out of. I was like, Nick, push the shoulder back in, like they do on TV. He's like, what?
Yeah.
Like everyone's looking at me like in shock, and then I felt it, and then we rushed to the hospital, screaming. I was screaming words that we couldn't say on this show ever.
Maybe they were a
Ever.
hidden track on the album.
Really? Never. Not at all. And the driver's like, oh my God, like I gotta go back to my country. I don't know what this is. And so at the hospital, it was just a mess. And then I even went back to finish the video after. I think I was just in shock the entire time.
Yeah.
But if they saw pictures of me with the sling bling, they were calling it, it was like, oh, how, there she goes, ha ha ha, diva with the blinging sling. I'm like, no, this is called the show.
Right.
It must go on.
Now, are you thinking how's media gonna talk about this? Because I remember talking about it the next day.
Yeah, there was like a first.
Yeah, Cindy and I were all over it. Like it was like breaking news. I mean, were you thinking like, oh my God, how is this going to be
I
in the
played
news?
it down because I was afraid. I couldn't move my arm.
Yeah.
Literally, like people can't see. When I said, I'm gonna show you. It was like this. I had to go like this to move it.
Wow.
I couldn't even move a finger. Like, I mean, so now the fact that I can
Right. Well, yeah. Show me that arm again, Mariah.
It's a big deal to me because I was scared.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to dramatize this and make it worse because I have to make sure I get better.
Yeah.
So it wasn't about like, oh, let's all have a pity party. I was like, let me go. I'm not going to cancel. I want to do this, Philharmonic moment, and I want to give back for the victims of Hurricane Sandy, and let's go.
Man, well, it all worked out. Thank God your voice didn't
Seriously.
get hurt.
Thank God. God, anything. I mean,
Well, yeah.
1 inch more in my spine. They said I could have. The doctor was like, we could be having 3 different conversations. 1, nobody, people don't recover from this
Yeah.
kind of injury. 2, this is like the equivalent of being hit by a truck, worse than a football injury. And 3, like, you are having a miraculous recovery. This is like, I had no muscle in my arm. All this was gone. Now, I mean, it's
Coming back?
I'm
You have the
strong.
Rocky theme in your head?
darling. It's always on my head. My
now.
son, his name is it's Moroccan, but we call him
Yeah.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's already starting with the fighting.
Well, I hope you're I hope
Little
you
aggressive.
heal quickly because you have a lot going on. You have the album in May.
Yes.
And you're just going to be full throttle busy promoting that, aren't you?
Yeah. But I'm very fortunate to have like the best doctors who deal with athletes,
Yeah.
all the guys that really get hurt, and they know that kind of thing, and then the Eastern medicine acupuncturist as well.
Is your arm going to be okay to flip the switch for the Empire State Building?
Darling, I just showed you. I can do everything. It's just that it still hurts, and people don't know because I don't have the sling on.
Yeah.
When I did that, it was like sling against bruise, against gauze.
Well, tell everybody what you're doing Valentine's Day.
Valentine's Day, I'm flipping the switch to light the Empire State Building.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming red, right?
Well, I think it's going to be heart-shaped. It's all different colorations. We did that for Touch My Body when we broke the record. Somebody chime in. Record company stats. Do we have stats?
8 was that? 18. Okay.
Well, because there was a record that was broken.
Oh,
I can't say it.
Oh.
Not just female. Not
Gotcha.
just female.
gotcha.
Sorry, several. Yeah.
Right.
So they lit the Empire State Building for me in pink yet lavender, but that wasn't Valentine's Day. That was a huge deal for me. It was really important. It made me
That's
very
huge.
excited.
Yeah.
Huge. Yeah. Exciting.
That's not gonna happen for me.
It's happening for you. When I flip in the switch, I will be thinking.
Cindy
of
turns on the lights in the
you,
studio every
Cindy.
morning.
And
That's
I'm
about
just
it.
like, I flipped the switch. I got in the building. All right.
All right, listen, you have to go. I know you have a number of interviews, but tell everybody, like, in a nutshell, what's happening with you in the next few months besides the single and the album. Are you going to be touring? I mean,
Yes, I'm going to be touring. I'm trying to think what date. I don't have like in front of me a list of when these performances are airing, but I did the first performance of the song, the single "You're Mine Eternal," on the BET Honors, which I am thankful and grateful to say that, and humbly will say that I was an honoree 2 years ago when Michelle Obama was there, and she was holding our son. Moroccan, and he drooled on her dress, and she was like, "Thank you, I can never wear this dress again." So he didn't get to see her there this year, but we went and we performed. I performed, and so that will be airing soon. I'll get you the date to drop that in, and I'm gonna be here, as I said, lighting the Empire State Building, having also we did something in a contest, and I'm giving away a necklace that I had from the very beginning of my career, heart necklace, in honor of Valentine's Day and "You're Mine Eternal," the new single, and it is a diamond and ruby heart. And so all the people who entered the contest, we know the winner. I think we know the winner. I find out the winner tomorrow. I haven't met her yet.
Okay.
She gets a little private show at my private concert, we'll call it. But I'll say show. Show will sound a little weird, but we'll say show. And song and a diamond and ruby necklace. This heart that was it's in like Love Takes Time. It's just like way back. It's like the first piece of real jewelry that I owned.
and you wore it all the time?
I wore it constantly.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was just
yeah.
watching a video clip of you of your first SNL appearance doing Vision of Love.
Oh my
Yikes.
God.
So now I want to look back on it and see if you're wearing it. But you're
I probably was because
Yeah.
I think I wasn't allowed to take it off.
Really?
Yes.
You can shake it off though.
Yes, you can.
Now I have shaken
Hey.
it off because it's Valentine's Day in the spirit of giving and kind of keeping in keeping with Christmas. And we sort of started with the 12 days of Christmas, which was a giving back sort of a thing. "You're Mine Eternal," the single, I wanted to continue and in that spirit, and so we did this contest, and it was the raffle, and we now know the girl who won, and all the proceeds go to St. Jude's Hospital to benefit children that are ill, and it's a great charity, great cause, and her name is Lisa, and she's from Brooklyn, New York.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes, a local girl wins,
Yeah.
so she's gonna get herself some diamonds and a little singing moment, and yeah. So and I also just came back from the video for this single in the rainforest in Puerto Rico, which was awesome.
It actually premieres, I believe, on Wednesday. The video.
Yeah, and we're getting there with that edit. Yeah, but it was in the rainforest, and it's also to draw attention to the fact that we need to save our rainforest. So hopefully, when people see that, we'll be able to have a number they can call in and donate should they choose to do so, because at this point in life, it's about preserving our world, darling.
I like it.
Yeah, what's left? Seriously.
What's left of it. Mariah, Your Mind, Eternal, available now, and album May 6th, and we love you. Thank you for always remembering us.
Listen, I love you, and I appreciate you always. Thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you, Mariah.